Good morning, my friends. Welcome back for day 5 of the 12 Shades of Christmas, the Advent calendar. Let's go out there and get us. Let's go out there and get us some soap. I'll be right back. Here we are, getting ready to bring open number 5. I'm really looking forward to this. I think, yeah, has cucumber over here. Let's open up number 5. If I can get it open. Ah! Oh no, I popped it in. Okay. It looks like we have Fiddler's Friend. Let's see if it's right. I don't know if I'll get it to focus. Fiddler's Friend. There's the aftershave. Our secret, our Easter egg ingredient here is cube shavings. Cube shavings, and that's what's going to make it magical. Let's see what the thing has to say for us today. Fiddler's Friend scent profile: bergamot, cedarwood, woody. I don't know what woody is. It's like wood in this other one. It doesn't really. It could be, well, sawdust or something. Patchouli, spice, oak moss, and animalic musk. Okay. Around the fire pits of Camp Phoenix, where there are tales told of a midnight melody. Some say it's the wind through the trees. Others swear it's the eerie scrape of a violin bow across strings never meant for human hands. The Green Man himself is rumored to play, drawing Bigfoot and other hidden cryptids from their frosty slumber to gather in the shadows, swaying to an ancient tune only they understand. Is it music or a warning? Either way, if you hear it, I beg you not to follow it. One camper didn't heed this. Long ago, a boy named Harper slipped from his bunk, determined to catch a glimpse of the fiddler. His footprints led out to the snow, but when the counselors followed at dawn, the tracks abruptly ended in the middle of a frozen clearing. No boy, no fiddle, just a little single spring of holly pressed into the ice, humming faintly as if still vibrating from the final note. Be safe the holiday season and sleep in. Huh. Interesting. Let's see what this smells like. I'm cracking this first because it's hard to do back there when your hands are wet. It smells like a barbershop scent. That's kind of nice. It's not from the bakery, so that's good. And yeah, it's a. Well, you'll see it when I take a picture of this, but it's this green guy with a fiddle in front of a fire. Huh. Great. Well, that's Fiddler's Friend. Let's take it back and shave with it. Okay, here we are back. Welcome back for day 5 of our 12 Shades of Christmas, the Advent calendar from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Today we're using Fiddler's Friend. They are really hitting it hard with the, having a good time with this, their illustrations. I said back there, I smelled it. It smells like a barbershop scent. It's a very familiar fragrance, and I'm trying to, because I have, well, back here in my shave locker, and it's just full of soap. So I've got something else that's similar to this, but this is obviously Phoenix Shave's version of a barbershop. It's got a snurtle out. This is quite a bit harder soap than yesterday, so I'm gonna get a good size snurtle out. Might as well. See, these These tubs will last a long time, which is why I'm kind of saving on them. I'll put it back in the box out there, and maybe I'll, if by chance next year I don't get one of these things in time. I was waiting for this one on Black Friday. I was on their website at like 5 o'clock in the morning, just kind of camping out there waiting for these to drop. Because I had seen some other fellows making these videos. So I'm smashing it into the thing over here. Other fellows doing it, and I wanted to add this kind of content to my page. So let's get this wet. Let's kind of run it over. This copper bowl is it's seen some miles. It's been with me for a while, and it's not a captain's choice copper bowl. This is from Pakistan, I think. One of our travels, I saw it and I said that'd make a pretty neat lather bowl, and it has been pretty good, and it dissolves almost instantly as soon as I got the water on, and that's confirming pretty much what I'm thinking about their formulation. Is this also their, yeah, CK6. So that must be a design feature of their soap to make it easier to lather. And it really does the job for that. So that was their objective. Mission accomplished. It does indeed lather very easily. And that's kind of good. Because some mornings you just don't feel like fighting the soap to make a lather. I'm gonna get you some of this stuff, and it'll take care of that. So just a pretty minimal amount of just fiddling, you got pretty good lather in there. Here's plentiful. Our razor today is a Type M Schick with a brand new blade, and going through. How many of these you have to have in your soap area, in your shaving area, before you throw one away? Well, I'm gonna throw one away, and then the new injector apparatus I'll keep back here, and then I'll put the dead blades in this one. And so then I don't know if that's the right thing to do, or if I should probably just, I don't know. That's how I ended up doing things. Get a little water on the face. Let's get this going. Yeah. Performance-wise, I anticipate this being very similar to the other ones we've done so far. And of the soaps that we've encountered, I think this is the one I've liked the best so far. I think, but I'm keeping my mind wide open. Yeah, look at that. Just painting right on there. Kind of a low structure lather, but it's plenty slick while it's on there. Schick Type M, it's an adjustable Schick. This is the one without the double blade. Remember, I have that one with the Japanese blade in it, and this is the standard Schick Type M. These are great shavers also. And it would seem kind of dumb if I had a bad shaver if I kept it around. So I guess it's kind of pointless for me to say this is a great shaver, because if it wasn't a great shaver, I wouldn't have it. But late in his life, this was the razor, either this one or another one exactly. I think this might have been my father's razor. He was an electric razor user for most of my childhood memories were of him using an old Sunbeam electric razor. But towards the end there, he didn't shave often. And the old Sunbeam wasn't real good for when you only shaving every third day or so. And that's when he started using these after he passed away. I was also an electric razor user. I was scheduled for an interview. I was given the interview, I wasn't taking the interview. I was shaving and the razor crapped out on me. It was an Norelco. I'd had that around for a long time. I think I still have it here somewhere. Battery died in it. And I couldn't shave. So in desperation, I remembered seeing Dad's kit. Had this razor in it. It didn't have any blades. And then he had a Fat Boy and a Henkel 80, which is a 5/8 straight razor, and a brick of blades. A brick being a box that had a bunch of tucks of, like these. There's a whole box of them. Well, they had fused into one solid lump of razor blade. But there were a couple of blades that weren't included in that group. So I used his razor, that Fat Boy, with one of those blades and some of my wife's cold cream to get my first traditional type shave. And then habit kind of kicked in. On the way home from work, I picked up some blades at the grocery store and some soap. That was from Sally. I think it was a Fender Hagen soap. And this brush, oh, it's not here anymore. A badger or a boar brush in the basket next to the cash register for $1. So I picked that up. Brush still works. It's in my travel kit. See how we're doing here. This soap, yeah, I can see a little bit here. It rinses just as cleanly, but maybe it's clinging on a little bit more. Yeah, let's do a little bit here on the knuckle regions. That'll do. Yeah, I was gonna say it was clinging a little bit more onto a little bit of slickness, but no, it's gone. Very clean rinsing soap, and that's a feature. I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna hype that a little bit, because sometimes you really want to get. Because I'm never in a hurry, because I'm retired, but sometimes you shave and you gotta get out. So not having to spend a lot of time rinsing your face is probably a good thing. For some people. For me, doesn't matter. Okay. Might as well just keep up with a little bit of witch hazel. Like I said, we're using Thayer's. When this is gone, I'm kind of at a loss to see what kind of witch hazel I'm going to use. Okay, now let's try their aftershave. Fiddler's Friend. I told you the cube shavings is the secret ingredient of this stuff. I used a Phoenix Shave Cube some time ago. It's got lost here. It's in a box somewhere. Yeah, this is the standard barbershop fragrance with a little bit of sharpness to it. I can't quite identify what it is because, well, my nose doesn't work very good anymore. There's a bit of sharpness to it, which is kind of nice. If I knew what it was, I could seek out more soaps to pick that out as something I like. But that's our fifth day of this Advent calendar. It was Fiddler's Friend, and it's a pretty nice one. This may be one that may be used outside the Christmas season. That's so much for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like, subscribe if you're so inclined, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.